OBJ. We got Eli. We got Sterling Shepard. Oh, man, we got the makings. We got something special here. And now we don't. So your best player, I think whether you go back and forth, you split hairs, Saquon, Odell, whomever you think is the best player. You traded him, but you keep Eli. They make it seem like, Skip, don't nobody else like, they're the only team that possibly wants Haskins. Now, unless they look at Haskins and Jones from Duke and the guy from Missouri, if they say, you know what, whomever falls to us, we'll gladly take.
Maybe.
But they make it seem like, we want Haskins and he's going to be there when we select the 6.
Okay, there are 2 other bigger picture options. You could take 6, 17 in your 3rd and offer it to Arizona for number 1. And I think Arizona would be foolish to give up Kyler Murray for that. That's not enough.
You know what Arizona's done? I heard they disconnected their phones.
Well,
they're not taking any calls.
Okay.
So until after the draft, don't even try to.
Well, they didn't show up at Kyler's pro day, which is probably an indication they're already set. They know what they're going to do.
Or they're going to have a private workout. But I think the head coach is very, very comfortable with this young man.
Okay, I would think so, which brings us to Josh Rosen, who could be on the trading block here very, very soon.
Sure.
So there's some speculation yesterday. Giants could be interested in Josh Rosen. This is just me. If you gave me a choice between trading for Josh Rosen and standing still right there at number 6 and taking Dwayne Haskins, who I'm pretty sure will be there at 6, I would take Haskins.
Right.
I'm not completely sold on him, but I'm more sold on Dwayne Haskins than I am on Josh Rosen.
Right. But
give me a choice.
But Skip, and not to get too far off, but I would be leery. Here is a guy that you traded up to get. And 1 year later, you're like, oh, no, we good.
I know.
So I'm looking at you like, okay, obviously, he's been in your organization. You know something we don't. I understand what Kyler Murray is, but there have been a lot of quarterbacks that's come along that's been very talented. And when you take a quarterback, you don't normally take quarterbacks in back-to-back years. Now, only Detroit would take receivers in back-to-back years. Only Detroit would do something foolish enough like that. But normally teams don't take quarterbacks in back-to-back years, especially in the first round.
Okay. Cliff Kingsbury was not the head coach a year ago.
Right.
So, again, new offense, new direction, old connection, recruited and play at Texas A&M. It's the perfect, it's like fit made in heaven.
It's the perfect storm. He knows the guy.
So Josh Rosen is the odd man out. I did not love him before last year's draft, so I'm not 20/20 hindsight on that one. I just don't think he's got the mental toughness, the football intangibles, especially to try to make it as a successor to Eli in the Big Apple. I just don't see it.
Skip, you remember when Jim Moore Jr. came out here and he says he needs to be challenged mentally. You know, he's one of those millennials.
Remember that.
Please. Your quarterback.
Yep.
He's one of these guys that maybe thought that he knew. You know, sometimes you get guys, Skip, and they think they know more than everybody.
Okay, remember, he's Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
I think his father's a doctor, but he grew up in Beverly Hills.
Look out. I'm going to tell you, Skip, when you get on that football field, I don't care what your background is. I don't care if you came from, your daddy was a billionaire. I don't care if you came from a very impoverished situation. We equal when we out here. I'm trying to knock the stuffing out of you, or you trying to knock the stuffing out of me. So I don't really care about that. But let me ask you this, Skip. What do you think the Giants, going back, Odell's moved on, what do you think the Giants could have done differently to cultivate and harness this great talent that they had? He fell in their lap. Anybody that tells you they knew Odell Beckham would be this good, they're lying. Because I did not see this at LSU. And I watched a lot of SEC games, Skip.
Okay.
I watched a lot of those LSU games. And to your point, this is the point. This is the piece that was missing for the New York Football Giants. They didn't have Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry is the X factor in Cleveland right now because I believe he might be the only man alive Odell will actually listen to and follow and obey and sort of say, okay, I get it.
Right.
We shouldn't do this. We can do this. Jarvis obviously is a Cleveland Brown. Jarvis was his soulmate. They're extremely close from their days together at LSU. Remember, they're born about 3 weeks apart, November 1992. Arrived at, they're both Louisiana kids. Both arrived in Baton Rouge at LSU same day, and they play together for 3 years for 3 teams that were pretty good without quarterback.
Right.
Remember, who was it? Jordan Jefferson was the quarterback in the national championship game against your guys,
Alabama,
right?
He got stopped.
And it was an eyesore. It was just hard to watch. Then Mettenberger was the quarterback the next 2 years, and neither one of them put up huge numbers because you don't You're not in the offense to put up huge numbers. They're trying to run it and play defense.
Right.
But still, they are this close, man. They are
very close, yes.
And so, again, that's who Odell didn't have. He didn't have that connection in New York. He's just unbridled, just...
You know what, Skip? Sometimes it takes a strong locker room to control these young guys. But you look at a guy like DeAndre Hopkins. Guess who his mentor was? Andre Johnson. Look at Julio Jones. He goes to Atlanta. He plays 3-4 years with Roddy White.
He did. That was big. I would agree with that.
So you look at the similar situation and you see sometimes you get a situation and a guy might lash out and a guy might act up and he gets rewarded. You're like, well, hey, if I act like that, they might pay me too. Or you can look at it and go the flip side. I don't want to be like that. I'm going to take the other approach because I think his behavior is not conducive for us winning. It's not a secret. Not a secret, Odell. I mean, Odell is great, unbelievable talent, and everybody's going to say, well, and Eli hasn't played well, but Eli's been Eli for a long, long time. The Giants keep holding on to those two magical moments. And they keep hoping that he's going to be able to relive that for an entire season. I've seen enough. I don't know what everybody else in New York has seen. I don't know what Dave Gettleman, the ownership of the Giants, have seen. I've seen enough with Eli. Eli is what he is. He plays just well enough in flashing. Man, if we get this for Eli, we get that for Eli. Skip, if you can't survive with Evan Ingram and Shepard and Odell and Saquon, if you can't put up better numbers than what he showed.
He had 21 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, but his QBR was like 25th, I think, so it was awful. So all in all, he wasn't very good last year.
In 16 games?
He wasn't awful, but he wasn't very good.
Skip, that's only like 1.3 touchdowns a game. That ain't nothing.
I'm just saying they feel stuck with him. If you took Haskins, I would probably throw Haskins into the fire. But what will we all remember at the end of 11-5? He took his talents to South Beach. And that was on the Monday following a regular season finale at Washington ahead of a playoff game at Lambeau Field. So you got ready to play on the frozen tundra by standing or sitting on a yacht in South Beach. It's such a terrible look. You were the leader and you led your receivers to South Beach.
If the Giants were to pull up Odell Beckham's IG page, they're going to probably see more Kiki challenges, him in Manchester, him hanging out with Drake, than him playing catch with his quarterback or him working out. And at some point in time, I understand it's the offseason, you do what you want to do, but teams are looking like, does this guy really want to win, or is he just providing lip service because that's what athletes are supposed to say? Oh, I just want to win. I don't care about stats. I don't care about anything. All I care about is winning. But that's not what we see. That's not the behavior that we see when game time and everybody, oh, he just won. And I get it. I get it. Everybody wants to catch the ball and everybody feels that they can contribute. But I just believe there's a right and a wrong way to go about everything. And I believe Odell has handled a lot of things wrong.
Well, for the Browns' sake, I hope that thanks to Jarvis and Baker Mayfield, they can kind of harness that lightning inside of Odell and channel it.
We're going to see about your boy Baker, because you've been doing all this hooping and hollering.
I'm going to hoop some more and holler some more.
You've been driving, you the Grand Marshal in the Baker Mayfield parade. So we're going to find out.
I'm there too.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Yeah, she's riding shotgun.
Yeah. Oh, she in the catbird seat.
Yeah, she's in the catbird seat.
You're welcome to join.
No, I'm good.
You know what? This will not be too big for Baker Mayfield.
Okay, we gonna see.
No.
And all of a sudden, the Cleveland Browns are a must-watch next year.
The bigger the stage.
Are they gonna get Hard Knocks again?
The best.
They missed it by a year.
Or John Gruden gonna get Hard Knocks?
That could be good.
The Raiders might get Hard Knocks.
I don't know. That seems dangerous.
Just don't put it on the Cowboys where they fake no winning self.
Platform there. Okay, there was another big free agent signing yesterday. Here's the thing, though. It did not involve the